for me personally, I needed to stop carrying that cross on my own.
Their love was a modern-day Romeo and Juliet, but with a much more tragic ending. Among all the celeb romance chaos, Blake Fielder-Civil and Amy Winehouse's story hits different. More than a decade after Amy's heartbreaking demise, Blake is still grappling with the heavy burden of regret. Was he the villain in Amy's story, or just a troubled spirit caught up in a tragic twist of fate? And why didn't Blake attend her funeral? Stay with us and find out. Their relationship was immortalized in Winehouse's iconic song, Back to Black. It began in 2005 when the two met in a London pub. Amy was in the early stages of her music career, and Blake was making a living handing out flyers for a local nightclub. Although Fielder-Civil was in a relationship at the time, in a month, he and Winehouse were an item. Over the summer of 2005, the relationship became extremely codependent and toxic, with Amy refusing to go anywhere without Blake.
I fell in love with someone who I would have died for. We were in love, and we were together.
To show they belonged to each other, Amy had Blake tattooed on her chest, and he got Amy behind his ear. It was like they wanted the whole world to know they were meant for each other. But it also showed they couldn't be apart, like they were each other's whole world. Fielder-Civil became Amy's most perilous addiction. But soon, everything came crushing down. When Blake suddenly broke things off and went back to his ex-girlfriend, Amy's world was shattered. Substances were the only way she knew to numb the pain. She channeled her heartache into music and gifted us with the masterpiece that is Back to Black. Suddenly she was everywhere, but fame's timing couldn't have been worse for her. It was a tough period for Amy when she was firmly caught in a grip of addiction. Although she briefly found stability in a 9-month relationship with chef Alex Clare, she ultimately reunited with Fielder-Civil. Amy couldn't escape the force that drew her back to him. The couple got engaged but eloped and married on a boat in Miami in 2007.
Can I come to? I've never been to a wedding before.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you.
But their honeymoon marked the start of a disaster.
What would you have done differently, Blake? Would it have been that moment?
Almost everything, yeah.
It was during this time that Blake introduced Winehouse, who was already struggling with alcohol abuse, to Class A substances.
You gave her in the first. Tell me that night. Tell me what happens in that room. You're taking it. You give it to her. What happens?
I'd maybe had it 3 or 4 times.
And if you think that things couldn't get worse, you are wrong. Just 6 months after their marriage, Blake was jailed for 27 months for attacking a pub landlord and later trying to bribe a witness not to turn up in court. As Blake's troubles escalated, Amy's music soared to new heights. After Blake's release from prison, the cracks in their relationships widened as Amy continued battling her demons. Eventually, the couple's struggle led to divorce.
From behind bars, her husband, Blake Fielder-Civil, is seeking a divorce on the grounds of her adultery.
In her final years, Winehouse was trying to go sober, according to her friend James. He said, "I want people to please recognize how hard she had worked to come off drugs, and just how close she was to giving up alcohol for good, how close she was to being healthy." Winehouse's father also confirmed that in the time leading to her death, Amy was the happiest she has been for years, and had even recently gone 3 weeks alcohol-free. But suddenly, on that fatal night of July 23rd, 2011, Amy relapsed.
Amy was more than 5 times the legal drink-drive limit when she died. After conquering her addiction to drugs, it's a tragic irony that alcohol got Amy in the end.
While her tragic demise shocked the world, the person she loved the most was nowhere to be seen at her funeral. Why didn't Blake say last goodbyes to Amy? The painful truth is, when Amy passed away, Blake was behind bars. After being informed by prison officials of Winehouse's death, Fielder-Civil told the Sun newspaper, "I'm beyond inconsolable. My tears will never dry." It was reported at the time that he was denied compassionate leave, while Amy's family apparently didn't want him to attend. According to his girlfriend Sarah Aspirin, though, Blake did not ask to be at Amy's funeral. There is no way he would want to be there in handcuffs. He has too much respect for Amy and her family to do that. Blake managed to attend Amy's grave for the first time only after almost 3 years after her death. Eventually, Amy's father, Mitch Winehouse, insisted he didn't blame Blake for his daughter's death and admitted he and his wife felt sorry for him. Still, the media frequently portrayed Fielder Civil as the villain of the piece in Amy's story. But there are other, often overlooked factors that contributed to Winehouse's untimely passing. Firstly, Amy already struggled with alcohol addiction when she met Blake, a battle that intensified as her fame grew. The death of her grandmother Cynthia in 2006 served as a catalyst for her downward spiral. Amy affectionately called her the Guardian, and this loss reignited her self-destructive tendencies, including her hidden struggle with bulimia, which had remained unnoticed by her family during her teenage years.
My nan is the strongest woman in my entire life. Everything I have, I pretty much owe to my nan.
Furthermore, many believe that Amy's father, Mitch Winehouse, failed to provide the support she desperately needed to battle the addiction. While the biopic Back to Black portrays Mitch Winehouse as a devoted father who drops everything to help Amy into recovery, the reality was far more complex. Despite his outward support, Mitch's actions often contradicted his words. In her song Rehab, Winehouse appears to imply that Mitch talked her out of seeking professional help for her addiction issues. "I ain't got the time, and if my daddy thinks I'm fine."
I wrote Rehab in about 20 minutes, and it was just I wrote it about something that had happened to me. It wrote itself. It's just a novelty song in it, but it's true. It's something that happened to me.
As Nick Shymansky, Amy's first manager, recalled, despite initially backing the idea of Rehab, her father later did a complete opposite. When Shymansky staged an intervention and she needed to go to rehab, Amy agreed under one condition: she would go if her dad thought she should. He didn't. So, Amy didn't. She latched onto that free pass that anchored her addiction. Are you shocked already? Wait, there is more. After Amy finally went to rehab and was on a holiday in St. Lucia in 2009, Mitch turned up with a camera crew. He was making a documentary about her recovery called My Daughter Amy. As she was trying to escape the spotlight and recover in peace, Mitch was, although possibly unawares, exploiting her vulnerability for public consumption. The media circus around Amy's life further exacerbated her struggles. The relentless scrutiny and intrusion into her personal life left her feeling trapped and unable to escape the public eye. And in the end, all those battles were just too much for Amy to bear. It's heartbreaking, really. She never got the chance to set things straight once and for all. And as for Blake Fielder Civil, let's just say life's been one tough ride since Amy left. He has been in rehab 3 times to kick his drug problems and eventually overcame addiction. Now he is embracing a new chapter in his life as a father of 2, residing in Leeds with his new partner. But he claims he has always been loving Amy. Recently, Blake made a tribute to her, a teardrop tattoo on his face. Reflecting on the portrayal of his relationship with Amy in the new biopic Back to Black, Fielder Civil found the experience almost therapeutic.
The comments that people have made, just in a sense of it wasn't all about addiction.
He also wishes to reconcile with Winehouse's father, Mitch, acknowledging the pain his actions may have caused.
But I hope that he would see that there was genuinely love there, and I loved Amy, very, very much, and she loved me too.
After all, theirs is a story of 2 lost souls who desperately needed help, but got tangled up in each other's mess. Now, as Blake seeks redemption, will Amy's shadow forever loom over him? Or can he break free from the chains of their tumultuous past? Let us know what you think.